I'm Todd Haberkorn, and if you love anime like we do, then you have come to the right place. This is Otak-ing Heads. Hey everyone, welcome to Otak-ing Heads, a chat with me and my friends who are some of the people who get to help make the anime that we all love. Just to note, we are streaming the first 15 minutes of this on Facebook Live and YouTube, with the main stream on twitch.tv/Geek and Sundry. So joining me today is voice actress Cherami Leigh.
Hello.
It's been a long time I haven't seen you.
I know, it's been forever.
We see each other on like cons and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's really
so it's
it.
a lot of fun.
Our voices get to hang
All
out
the
with each
time.
other all the time, but we don't get to see each other.
So I've got Cherami here,
Yeah,
and then I
thanks for
have
having
the
me.
lovely Michelle Nguyen.
Hello.
She's from a show called Otaku Movie Anatomy.
I sure
right?
am, yeah.
Okay, love it. And so a little bit later, we're going to be joined by renowned voice artist and dungeon master of Critical Role, Matthew Mercer.
What?
He's one of like the most handsome men in the world. But before we get to talking, we want to hear from you guys about what you're loving, what you're excited for, what you want to know from our panel. So hit us up in the chat room and start sending us your comments and questions. We'll also have a survey in the chat, so fill that out when you got a few moments, and we really want to get your feedback. Man, this is cool. I love it.
I know.
That's like our first episode. This is a lot of fun.
Talking Heads, yeah.
We've got ray guns.
I know.
We've got Goku. There's you over there.
There I am.
Asuna. I love it. I love it. All right, so I'm going to ask you guys some questions.
Okay.
Because I know you got answers. I'm going to ask Q's. I need your A's.
All right.
Okay, so
Okay.
Cherami, you know, I know you. Mm-hmm. The world knows you, but maybe there's
Well.
like one section of the world that doesn't.
Probably more than a section.
Like like the size of a burger, doesn't it? So like, what makes you like an authority on anime? What do you think?
Well, I just think my love for anime
Your love? You work
makes
in
me,
it.
I do work in it. I'm a voice actor. I've also written. I've done the adaptation for it. I've been to a lot of conventions.
Yes. I bug you at those.
You don't bug me.
She said it like, you don't
No,
bug
he
me,
doesn't.
but
No.
Okay.
I have fun.
Okay.
But yeah, and I just am like a huge fan. I love it. It makes me feel accepted. I wasn't like always accepted in school, and I've been accepted in this anime world, and so
Aw.
then I love it with a passion, and then I become an authority.
Well, what are your top three favorite, like when you go to cons, what are your top three favorite roles that people are always like, we like those, and I like that.
Yeah, I think Asuna and Sword Art Online is one. Sailor Venus in the Viz redub of Sailor Moon and Sailor Moon Crystal. Lucy in Fairy Tail, and then probably a lot of people like Patty and Soul Eater.
I feel like in all of those shows, I've been mean to you in every one of those
Every
shows.
single one.
Except I save your life a lot in Fairy Tale.
You do, yeah. But I yell at you a lot in that one, so I guess I'm the one being mean to you in
That's
that
the
one.
thing. I'm mean to you in those shows, but you yell at me a lot
I do.
in a lot of shows.
Yeah,
So you're
Sergeant
both-
Frog
you're both
for sure.
tsundere.
This is I don't like this now. I want to be your friend.
I didn't yell at you in Sword Art Online.
You did. You yelled because I was
yelled
torturing
quietly.
you.
That's fair.
Well.
That's
Yeah.
justified.
Is that hashtag awkward now? Because I was torturing you. Anyway.
Very broad subject.
Yes. Well, I love the hair. I love the colors.
Thank you.
Love what's going on. I love your shirt. We were talking
I love
earlier,
the
like this
shirt.
is a
I know,
goal.
this
It's so cool.
Let's
I want to get
let's
my
all
inbox
aim for this.
to that
Yes.
place right there.
Sorry.
Yeah, fix it.
Everything's
we got it.
fine.
There we
Okay.
go.
Bam.
Yay.
Okay. So you get your show. Tell us one
Yes.
more time. Your show is.
Otaku Movie Anatomy. It's
Yes.
a weekly live show also about anime movies. So specifically movies. There's one movie every week, and we bring on voice actors and animators and whoever wants to come on the show and talk shop with us about anime.
Now, do you change the
week.
color of your hair like every week, or is it like?
It's just whenever like 3 shampoos in, it's gotta you need to recap. So.
Can we find out what the next color is?
It's been warm for a while, so it'll
Okay.
probably be an orange or a pink or a peach or a yellow.
Okay. What's the top movie that we
Ooh.
need to watch from your show? Like, what do we need to check
I've
out
been
right
thinking
now?
about this, and it really is the live action adaptation of Rurouni Kenshin. That is it's the best thing I've seen. They basically took like this anime concept and they made it into a historical drama. So it's a period
Cool.
piece with with all the great sets that Japan has just laying around, and it's just amazing actors, amazing. It's an amazing adaptation. The story is great.
Very cool.
So have
cried.
you heard of this?
I have heard of it actually.
Oh, okay.
It's on the
I'm
internet.
the only one.
It's on the internet. You can find it. It's been out for like a while. So there's movies 1, 2, and 3, and 2 and 3 cover the Kyoto Inferno arc. If you guys don't know what Rurouni
I've heard
Kenshin
the
is,
hype,
get
but
out.
I'm glad the hype is justified.
Yeah, it's really, really
See,
good.
okay.
Rurouni Kenshin is one of those ones that it stays with us for a long time.
So do you watch it in Japanese or do you watch it in, do you speak Japanese?
I do. I do speak Japanese. I tend to watch with subtitles because it helps me learn more Japanese that I don't know.
Okay.
But I'm also only like 80% fluent, so 85% or something. So I miss like chunks.
That is 84% more than me. That is very good.
Oh, come on.
I think a lot of people think because we work in anime because we're around the Japanese language all the time that we speak it. We speak.
No, but I think it's the opposite. I think they want us to they're like, no, you better focus on the English. Focus on, you know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, when you're doing your
we're
job.
adapting
Absolutely.
it, yeah.
So you deal with the language a lot because you have to look at the translation and then you kind of localize it, right?
Correct. Yeah.
Okay, and so you may be getting that movie if it ever is it already turned into.
It is. I think it had a U.S. debut. It had a red carpet premiere, but I don't know that it's been
dubbed.
I don't think it's going to be dubbed.
Well,
That
we
would
don't
be
know.
fun.
Yeah,
Then I can watch every single line about 15 to 30 times.
Dude, and the actor who plays Kenshin. I'm not gonna lie, it's nice to watch him. He has such nice hair. That's very nice.
All right. Maybe his hair needs to be orange too.
It's like a reddish brown. So they didn't do like a super anime like he has giant red hair. It's it's just kind of like a dark brown, and they are like that's cool. Let's just chill.
So they made it subtle.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, speaking of cool things that are coming up, like movies in the world of in the anime right now, One Punch Man. Mm-hmm. Okay. You like One Punch Man? You've heard of it?
One Punch, yeah.
Okay. You've heard of One Punch Man?
Yes, I've heard of it.
Have you seen any of it?
I haven't seen any of it. I've heard about it.
I've seen when I noticed it when I was in at conventions. I saw a guy wearing like a giant yellow pajama suit.
Yes.
With the red gloves and a
Yes.
bald head, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna know what that is in like 6 months. And so it looks. It looks really cool. I like it.
It's amazing. It has,
Tell us. Give
it
us
has a
some-
really great. It's a really great animation studio is doing it. They have. The same. So the manga artist. Sorry, from Eye Shield 21. Do you guys know that? It's the football manga. It's been going on for a long time.
Shine.
It's
Johnny Young Bosch.
Yeah. So he has started drawing One Punch Man, and
Okay.
it's so intricate and like really beautiful actually. And then
Tone
it's the
17
animation.
says it's pretty damn good.
It is really funny.
I just dropped a D-bomb.
It's really,
killed the
really
first
funny. Like
season.
I watched that and I LOL all day long. It's
Okay.
really good. And it's
Don't-
all out streaming. You guys should
Somebody
watch
asked
it.
if it's a comedy.
Is it a comedy?
Yeah, it's
Okay.
totally. It's like
Totally a comedy.
It's like a spoof on like superheroes and like why they're kind of dumb.
Okay.
But it's funny. It's it's
Okay.
Oh,
See.
that sounds really fun, actually.
Oh, it's on it's Selwyn's watch list. I like that. That's really cool. I like look at this. This is like
I
this
know,
really
I just
appeals to.
wanna,
I just want to watch.
Hi.
It's like a big digital fish tank. Hi Wesley. WDM1262. How do you feel about the fact that you can imitate my voice? Is that good? Should I be worried?
Nah, you get it.
I get out to my parking lot, I get hit with a dart.
good.
I go down and
No.
it's me, Haberkorn, Wesley. So One Punch Man. So how many episodes is that?
It has one full season and then it has a bunch of OVAs. So like when you bought the Blu-ray, it came with like a little episode, and then if you got the second disc or whatever, it came with other episodes. I think there's like 4 or 5 extra episodes that are just like how Saitama got his outfit and how he goes to the store. It's really funny.
That's so
dumb
cute.
stuff.
Well, the thing
I'm
about-
excited. I like that.
Well, with One Punch Man, I know who all the actors are that are dubbing it.
Do you really?
I know who's directing it and writing it, but I can't say.
Oh, yeah, it hasn't been localized yet. I forgot.
It's,
I take for granted because I don't really watch stuff with
I can't comment on any of this. I don't think I was even supposed to say that. Maybe the dart is going to come from
Yeah.
Wesley now because
Wesley's
I've said
like-
too much.
He's like, I gotta find it in his phone. If he knows it, it's gotta be in his phone.
Yeah, absolutely.
He's gonna
See?
come
And he's
not
gonna-
to take your voice, but to take your phone.
Oh, hell.
I agree. So with One Punch Man, with that show, that's from the superhero genre. Now, outside of anime, are you a big superhero fan? Do you read comics? Do you watch?
Oh yeah, I mean I grew up as many young children and little girls did, reading my brother's comics, and when I was like little, and then I just love reading. So
Yeah.
I've read all the Spider-Mans and the Batmans and the X-Men's and all that stuff.
You know comic books.
We've been doing the Russian
love
accent all day.
that.
I'm very sorry, Twitch, that you don't get this joke, but
I don't know what
love
I love
comics.
more, the Russian accent or all of the children that just appeared on the floor
This is comic
right
book
here.
move. When you
It's
read
beautiful.
comic, you must make motion. Yes.
You must make a motion.
But no, I've been reading American comics for forever also.
So when you see One Punch Man, you're like, absolutely, that's right in my wheelhouse.
it is in the wheelhouse.
Like
yeah, it's-
for
Sweet.
the other shows that are like comic book-esque, I would say like Darker Than Black is a show that deals with like mutant abilities and stuff like that. Are there other shows that touch into the superhero genre that you can think of? I can't think of one. Like, Off the top of my head.
There definitely are, but like on the spot.
My Hero Academia. There we go. C. Fry
Well done.
92.
You spelled academia wrong. Irony.
That's there we go. See. Okay, let's see if you guys. What do you guys think? Are there other shows that are like in the superhero genre?
Oh, Tiger
and Bunny.
Totally,
Yes.
totally, yeah.
Yes.
Boku no Hero. Kabaneri of the.
We're talking about that later. That's not
we're
superhero
touching
genre,
that.
though.
Okay.
gonna
Boku
say
no
it.
Academia. Is that what it is? Dragon Ball? I don't know if that's a superhero one. I mean, Krillin. Let's see.
And like
Related
Secret
to you guys.
Identities, Sailor Moon. Come on, let's just.
Oh, Sailor Moon.
Let's just say it. Let's just
That's
say
true.
it.
Where have I been?
So you're like a super Sailor Moon fan because you have
Yeah.
the Sailor Moon ring.
I do.
That's a custom
She
made.
had the Sailor Moon wedding.
Yes, you can look on
The
the
Sailor
internet.
Moon
That's
wedding.
me.
Where's that at? Where can they see your?
It's BuzzFeed, right?
I did an official post about it on defectivegeeks.com, which is
Okay.
a website I work for, and you can just put in Sailor Moon wedding, and you'll just find stuff.
She's the one.
also.
Okay, and then you're obviously in Sailor Moon.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then I'm like the first general. That,
You're wearing my color
Right
on your hair.
I see. Okay.
Thank you.
Venus too. Thank you.
Did you have a Sailor Moon cake? Obviously.
I had a cake with like the little figures on top.
Did Grant make that Sailor Moon
yes,
thing
yes.
for you?
Grant
That's
O'Hara
who
made me the
that's who it was
stuff.
for.
That was me.
It all
It's
comes full
all-
circle.
it's
So
all
we
coming
roam
together.
in the same circles. We just
sure
didn't know
do.
each other. Okay.
Yeah.
And she's Vietnamese. I'm Vietnamese. Rocking it. Sorry, Sharon.
It's okay. You know what? It's totally okay.
Okay, so we were talking about some One Punch Man. I like that.
Yeah. I'm
I think-
excited about that. That looks really fun.
You watch it all. Like sit down tonight and just watch it all.
And I will. That's actually the problem.
fun.
I just will binge it.
It's fun
and
to
after
like-
I've worked in anime all day and then I binge anime, then I don't know if I'm a real human anymore. Because then I wake up and work on more anime.
Well, I was just about to ask you about that because we work on a show called Fairy Tale.
Right.
Obviously, a lot.
We're kind of, super
And that's like
power.
ongoing, right?
That's all I got. We've done.
You're
how many-
not done.
In fact, I'm going to quiz you. I've got a Fairy Tale quiz.
No!
Okay. All right. How many episodes of Fairy Tale are there?
Wait, including Fairy Tale Zero?
No.
Ooh.
No.
Okay, so 200. Is there 270? No,
Oh.
there's more than 279.
I don't know. Is that your final answer?
Yes.
Oh, Nerdy Patty likes Fairy Tale. 19 seasons.
But how many
okay.
episodes?
How many episodes? Do you guys know?
270?
Oh, Caitlin Vox says 270. That's close.
Some 500.
275. Close. Not 356.
I feel like it's like 320 something.
320. It's 277.
277.
277.
I was close with 279.
They were. They
Okay,
were.
all right.
But you close.
I'm hopeful
Okay.
that there will
Now,
be
what about-
two
what
more
about
episodes at
Pieces
least.
of theme music. How many pieces of theme
Oh,
music are in the show?
jeez.
That's for you guys out there too.
How would you know the answer to that?
Help me. I don't
Do
know.
my research.
Internet help.
How many pieces? Yeah, let's see.
Just the opening and closing theme songs? Like each time we got a redo? Or
no,
is that like.
any music? How many pieces of music are in the show? How many pieces? Take a guess.
Just in like the entire
Yeah, do you mean like
the
all
entire
all
run,
the intros
yep.
and endings? And then,
Everything.
and then dramatic music in the middle of the show, including that?
All of it.
Well, if there's 19
We
seasons
reuse
times
some.
2.
Mm-hmm.
But they switch things up halfway through.
Minor glitch is close with 5 billion and 3. It's close.
Minor glitch.
Yeah, it's close.
I don't know,
It's
I feel
not.
like this is really low, but like 40 something?
It's not over 9,000.
Is that over 9,000?
No, it's close. 40's close. What do you want to get? You guess.
50.
50. It's 44.
Together we win.
44.
Boom. You were technically closer by
Okay,
one.
so now I'm gonna ask you a question. I'm gonna tell you a title, one title, and you have to tell me is it a title of a fairy tale episode or something else? Okay. Blue Skull. What is that? Is that the title of? Is that a title of a fairy tale episode or is it the title of a haunted house?
Well, it could be either.
Yeah, tell me which one. Do you think it's both or do you think it's A or B?
Both.
You think it's both? What do you think?
Yes.
Fairy tale.
It's both.
It's
both. It's both.
Yeah.
Now, hold on. Now, technically,
Guys, my joy is just like through the roof.
Blue Skull is a fictional haunted house in
Okay.
a scary movie called The House That October Built. You see that trailer?
No.
No, but now I have to.
It's freaking creepy. It's
I
one of
have to
those like
support
found
them.
footage things where it's like, okay, we're gonna go find the scariest haunted
No,
houses in the
thank
world,
you.
and they're driving around in an RV.
Wait, this is a
It's a movie.
and
Like
it's
Blair-
fictional?
like Blair Witch Project.
Yeah.
This sounds so fun.
Too creepy. Too creepy for me.
It's scary. The trailer's pretty scary.
Is it
Okay,
really?
so here's another
I'm
one.
excited.
Library Panic. Is that a fairy tale title, or is that a porn?
Ooh.
Library Panic.
I think
About
it's a
it.
porn.
You know, entering in, hey, I'm here to return my book. It's overdue.
I'm gonna say
So-
both.
You think it's both? What do you think?
No, I don't think it's a fairy tale episode.
What do you guys think? Library Panic.
Is it?
Everyone's always gonna
See,
say
porn.
See, someone says
they've
porn.
They've got my
Oh,
back.
but see, they're
both.
saying, no, 6, 12, 10 says fairy tales.
Both. Oh.
Oh, God.
Both? Porn? Guys, I'm sorry to burst your porn bubble.
Staples.
It's the fairy tale episode.
It is.
Yep. Okay, here's the last one. Allegria. Fairy tale title or pharmaceutical? That you're not supposed to take and operate heavy machinery with. Which one?
Don't look at Twitch. I know the answer.
Oh, you looked!
I know, no, I didn't look at Twitch. I said don't.
Okay. Don't look.
The Allegria. Yeah, because we did do Allegria in the.
I don't know.
I know.
Did we?
I know.
I'm drunk
said
when I
it.
record, so I don't know.
We just we have a marathon. We don't sleep. We just record the whole time.
That's right.
I do remember.
Off cough syrup. That's
You
my
know, you do what you can.
drink of choice. I'm joking. Parents out there watching, like, turn it off.
Pharmaceutical.
Pharmaceutical?
Yeah, Allegra is a pharmaceutical.
Allegra's a pharmaceutical.
But I believe we said Allegria.
You're right. It's fairy tale title.
Yeah.
Good for you.
Thank you.
Did you know this show is going to go on as long as it has? Like when you audition for it, you're like, I'm just going to do this
Did you know
13.
it's gonna be a
No.
full-time job for the rest of your life?
No,
Yeah.
when I auditioned for the show, I actually auditioned for all of the female characters that were in our little audition book except for Lucy, and I took the headphones off and walked out. And Tyler said, "Get back in and audition for Lucy." And I said, "That's
You
not."
didn't even audition
No,
for
I didn't try because I was like, well, I really like this character and the pressure's too intense. So I said, I'm not doing this. And so he said, get back in there and read for the character. And I was like, this is not funny to torture me like this. So I auditioned for it, and then he sent me the Wikipedia page. She was like, read up on this, you got the character. And I thought it was an elaborate joke. When Tara called to book me, I thought it was an elaborate joke. The first 3 hours we recorded, I thought they were still joking with me. It really wasn't until New York when we premiered it there, I was like, well, all
was
these
like 40
thousands of
episodes
people.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, all
An
these
elaborate,
thousands
huge
of people
joke.
saw this.
Well, how many are right now
it's going to
in
be
English?
really expensive to redub.
We've done 275.
Oh, there's so many. Oh.
I think 275. Yeah, because we actually went back, and so we played Tyler, the director, played a clip from episode 1 compared to now,
Yeah.
and my voice is like, way up here, I'm not a fire dragon.
We've gone on a journey.
Yeah,
Our
it's-
voices and our characters have gone on a journey
Yeah,
throughout
I
that show.
agree. So for you, Michelle,
Flash mob prank. That's what it feels like, man.
I feel like you're an authority on a lot of things, a lot of tropes in anime.
Oh, yeah.
You watch this stuff hardcore. You've lived in Japan. Why do heroes eat so much food in the shows?
They're burning so many calories.
They burn many calories.
They burn many calories, so they
gotta
must
burn.
replenish
Alright.
their wares.
Okay, so they eat a ton of food. I mean, it's like
I don't know. I think
is that just a
food is like a comforting, like meals. Just in any culture, it's just a comforting thing you need to do to end your day or whatever. And I think for people to animate food, and the Japanese are quite obsessed with seasonal food as well. It's
Who's not?
yeah,
Obsessed
but
with
I think in
It is
Japan
true.
they have a lot more emphasis on seasonal foods. Even McDonald's will have seasonal food, whereas in America we just have the same thing all the time,
Yeah.
basically. But it's just it's fun to animate food.
So what's the best season in Japan? What has the best seasonal food? When should I go?
So-
Whenever the
I love winter food is my favorite.
Winter, okay.
But it is cold as hail, so it's not great to visit in the winter.
so summer?
But spring is great.
Spring.
Okay.
Summer is too hot. Summer you will die. It'll be like sad times USA.
Sun's out, guns out, right, Cherami?
The humidity is quite
Okay,
Right.
there we go.
Absolutely.
My beanie's intense. Oh, this is the beanie, a new fashion statement. Haley asked. Well, no, dude, listen. My Instagram, okay. Okay. So, all right. If you're watching on Facebook Live and YouTube, we're resuming the stream on twitch.tv/Geek and Sundry. So please join us there. Check it out.
Yay.
I like it. This
Internet.
I know
Twitch
this
is awesome.
it's awesome.
Do you guys do you play video games on Twitch, things like that?
Yes.
No,
You do?
I haven't.
What game are you playing on Twitch?
People don't really like to watch it because it's kind of boring, but I love twitching King's Quest. They did
I loved King's Quest.
Yeah?
when I was- yes.
Oh my gosh, I played
got
them
to
all.
work on King's Quest.
What?
Really? Yes.
Get out.
Are you one of the voices
believe
or?
that?
Yes.
Who?
I got to be one of the recent ones. There were 2 journeys you could take, either with Princess V.
Oh, there's 2 princesses.
Yeah, there's
Are you
2
one of the
Princess
princesses?
I'm one of the
Christina V? Okay.
princesses.
Oh my god, I just got to that chapter and I'm losing my
I'm
mind
the
right now.
I'm the really sweet, very excitable
Gosh.
princess
I
with
love
a British
her.
accent.
I'm trying to woo her right
loves
now.
King's
Thank
Quest.
you.
Look, they love King's Quest. So
Yay.
they love it. They're ready to rock it. So
Okay.
how do they follow you on Twitch?
It's twitch.tv/IamChubbyBunny also.
Okay, right on.
Yeah,
All right.
anyway.
I didn't know I could do that. Now I want to do that and play King's Quest
Fun.
on Twitch.
Well, what we're gonna do right now because we play video games. We don't just work on anime. We work on commercials, movies, Western animation, stuff like that. I've got some scripts from movies.
Oh no.
We're gonna pick one, and then you're gonna do a voice, and I'm gonna do a voice with it, right? Because we've been on a lot of shows together. Okay.
This is terrifying. Okay.
I believe in you.
I want you to be. Did you play a cat one time?
I did play a cat one time.
What did you play a cat in?
I played Mulan's cat Plum Drop on a little game, an app
talk
game.
words, like human words?
Yes.
Or just meow meow?
Human words.
Okay, Mulan's cat. You're gonna be Mulan's cat in the script I pull out of here, okay?
I'm so excited.
I think I'm gonna be. What do you guys think? Should I be Italy or Keroro? I'm gonna let the guys. I'm gonna let the fans decide.
I like Keroro.
Keroro Gunso. Okay, let's see. We've got. I've never played. Oh my God! I can't. Michelle, use a cutesy chibi voice.
Okay.
That's just how I talk
see.
sometimes.
That's Italy. Oh, I've got two.
Kiddos.
Italy.
Oh my gosh.
I think. I think it's gotta be
man,
Italy.
this is gonna be. Yeah, I think it's gonna be Italy as well.
Okay, so let me pull out a scene. Let
I
me
don't
see what
know.
we're dealing
Somebody
with
is
here.
like really pushing for Keroro.
Let me go to my
but
dossier.
Yes.
So
Italy
okay,
pasta.
so we're gonna work on.
this is like all of the excitement.
Don't look at my files. I've got recipes in here I don't want you to know about. Okay, so
You're
what
gonna
we're gonna
make a
do,
cake?
maybe if you're good, depends on how well you do at this.
Yay!
Okay, so take this scene.
Okay.
Okay, now how many people have
no.
seen Attack of the Clones? Episode 2, Star Wars.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Arguably one of the worst. Actually, it's one of the best ways. If you have trouble falling asleep, you throw that bad boy on. You're going right to sleep.
That's so sad.
I'm just saying. No, sleep is good. Sleep's not sad. So what's going to happen is you're going to be Mulan's cat with Padme. We're going to do one of the awesome, most well-written scenes of the movie.
Most well-written scenes in the movie.
And I'm going to be Anakin.
All right.
Okay.
Okay.
So here we
It's been a
go.
while
But
since I've
Canada,
seen this
Anakin,
movie. I'm
and
not gonna
Kat-
lie to you.
Yeah.
I think I saw it like the 2 or 3 times, and I haven't seen
you-
it in a long while. So this will be terrifying.
Oh, this is going to be good. I'm excited. Okay, here we go. So I think you start us off.
Okay.
Okay.
I do not like this idea of hiding.
Don't worry. Now that the council has ordered an investigation, it won't take Master Obi-Wan long to find that bounty hunter.
I haven't worked for a year to defeat the Military Creation Act, not to be here when fate is decided.
Oh, sometimes we have to let go of our pride and do what is required of us.
Pride? Annie, you're young and you don't have a very firm grip on politics. I suggest you reserve your opinions for some other time.
Sorry, milady. I was only trying to...
Annie, no!
Please don't call me that.
What?
Annie!
I've always called you that. It's your name, isn't it?
Annie could also be Misa. Misa Italy. Master Obi-Wan, he manages not to see it.
Mentors have a way of seeing more of our faults than we would like. It's the only way we grow.
Don't get me wrong, Obi-Wan is a great mentor, as wise as Master German Yodi.
It's like Yogi Bear.
I'm truly thankful to be his apprentice, but he's not very nice to me. He doesn't let me do things.
That must be frustrating.
It's worse, he's overly critical, he never listens.
This is where he's crying in the movie and he throws stuff.
It's not fair.
Those things.
I'm sorry. You sounded exactly like that little boy I once knew. When he didn't get his way, he threw things too.
Did he throw pasta? No, I'm not whining. I'm not.
I didn't say it to hurt you.
I know. I don't know.
Anakin!
Done.
Good job.
Like, where am I?
Good job.
What's happening?
Okay.
I
That
think-
is so disturbing with those tiny little voices, by the way.
well, that my worst favorite scene of that movie
Is this
when-
one? No, I'm kidding.
Is this one mixed with? It's a tie. This one or the one where he's talking about he doesn't want to get he doesn't like sand. You guys know what I'm talking
I
about?
don't like sand anymore.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
Anakin. Yeah,
Alrighty.
you should feel sorry for me. I was crying tears. I hope you guys were too.
Tears of joy.
Well, what's your favorite And which one is your favorite? The
I
prequels.
can't look you in the face now.
Me?
Both of y'all.
Oh.
So like
Okay.
get to something. Get to
What?
something.
Favorite prequel?
Let's wash out the prequels actually and jump to think. Gurgle. What show do you like? Like what's a show that we should be checking out? You mentioned it earlier. What is it?
Cabaneri of the Iron Fortress. It's
Cabaneri of the Iron Fortress.
It's basically this season's Attack on Titan, and like no one's paying me to push this, just so you guys know. I just really like
That looks
Cabaneri.
cool.
Epic.
Are those zombies?
They are. So there are zombies that have a very hard heart, so they're very hard to kill.
What's the
Okay,
thing on their
okay.
chest? What's that thing?
Their blood glows, their hearts glow.
That looks like a cool show. Look at
basically,
that.
it's by the same studio, Wit Studio, that did Attack on Titan.
It looks like it.
They did Attack on Titan. They did the Empire of Corpses. So a lot of
Okay.
beautiful animation.
Yeah.
This studio actually put Attack on Titan in season 2 on hold to finish this
No
season.
That's a cool. Look at it. Oh, there's
That's
Cherami.
super epic.
I just saw who you're gonna be.
Please
But
don't
it's
tease me
beautiful.
with
It's
things
basically,
like that.
It
That's so
does have a
cool.
lot of similarities to Attack on Titan,
Yeah.
and people are kind of like, well, it's exactly the same. It's not the same because there are trains, there are steampunk
Well, I'm just saying.
things.
What's the name of the show?
Cabaneri of the Iron Fortress.
Have you ever seen Cabaneri and Attack on Titan in the same room at the same time?
No.
Oh, that
Could be the same.
Clark Kent is Superman.
Just saying. So, is it part of Attack on Titan? Someone's asking.
No, it is not. So it's just by the same studio, the same director, the same like music composer.
Okay.
A lot of the same character designers are working on it as well. It's currently airing this season, and you can find it in like Amazon Prime or whatever. But
Real-
it's
okay.
only 5 episodes are out, and it's
okay.
It's It's so
Yeah,
beautiful.
steampunk. That
it
sounds
takes, and it takes
super
place in
exciting.
Japan. It's still Japan, so people are wearing
Cool.
kimono and stuff, but they have things like a steam-powered bow and arrow, and like, and then there's no spoilers, but there's like people with special powers.
I'm
and
already excited for the,
and the music is all
live
that-
action movie that I know is coming
Yes.
for this.
It's very, very good, and people in Japan, it's exploding the internet already, so it's very popular here too.
So they're eating food
Shutting
and they're
the internet
watching
down.
zombie
Yeah,
shows. Okay,
like
very
you
cool.
do.
Well, speaking of Attack on Titan, so are you in Titan?
I'm not in Titan.
See, I'm in Titan. I play Marlowe.
Oh, cool.
Who is one of the guys that gets his? Can we say? I don't
Is it
know
a spoiler? It's been out for a while.
It says he gets his booty kicked. I'll say that.
Oh, man.
But I'm in that show. But we've got a really cool guest coming. He's in the show in Attack on Titan, and he's an awesome voice in it, and everybody loves him. Everybody knows who it is.
Yes.
He's the badass behind Critical Role.
I'll pretend like I didn't know he was
That's
coming.
right, Matt Mercer.
Matt Mercer's here.
It's a big surprise. Just
Hello,
wanted to
man.
come in and stomp in and say hello to everybody. Whoa.
You weren't here when I said that he's a very handsome man coming, were you?
No, but you can say it again.
Okay.
Love.
You're so handsome, Matt. I'm so handsome.
Should I switch chairs? I mean, is
It would be a good idea. No, stay. We're so glad that you're here, man.
I'm happy to be here,
Good to
guys.
see you, dude.
You too, you
this is
too.
awesome. So, Critical Role, obviously, huge success.
Yeah.
What episode's it on? How long has it been going on? Tell people about it that haven't checked it out.
Yeah, it's
2 people.
I was gonna say
Oh, no,
the small burger that doesn't
The small
know.
burger that doesn't know Cherami also doesn't watch Critical Role.
Well, there you go. We'll both be nice little condiments on that burger.
That's right.
No, Critical Role is a weekly Dungeons and Dragons stream that I run here in Geek and Sundry, where it's just a bunch of us voice actors playing Dungeons and Dragons and rolling dice
Super
and
cool.
making up stuff and being huge nerds. It's pretty
Who
fun.
else is involved? You got Travis.
Travis Willingham, Laura Bailey, Liam O'Brien, Sam Riegel, Taliesin Jaffe, Marisha Ray.
Yeah, guys, you gotta check
Ashley
this show
Johnson.
out. They had Vin Diesel, right?
I was so jelly. I was
Yeah.
like, oh, Vin Diesel.
He popped in.
Yeah,
Did you
we-
arm wrestle him? Did you say like you don't get to leave until I beat you in an arm wrestle?
I said that in my head.
Okay.
And on the outside, I went, "Nice to meet you," and then walked away very quickly.
when he was walking away, did he look back and be like, oh, did he hear what I just said in my head? Did you have a moment? Was he a scary guy or was he a very nice guy?
He actually, when you meet somebody who's in that level of like international superstardom, there's like a 95% chance they're going to be a raging asshole. He was awesome. He was legitimately
cool.
sweet, earnest, and just very chill, very welcoming, especially for as crazy and time crunched as that whole event was.
Yeah, and he knows the game.
Yeah, it had been a while since he played too,
Okay.
so even he was like, I don't know what's going on here. I'm like, it's all right, just come in and play a character, we'll have fun. And once he got into it, he was like a big 8-year-old just having a good
That's
time.
awesome. That's really cool. He came down there.
Great.
For you, now that takes up a lot of your time when you're doing that, but you also still voice and you still do it because you have to prep that stuff, right?
Yeah. about
No, he just shows up. He's fine.
Yeah, he just
Googles
he's the Mercer.
Dungeon Master today.
He's the Mercer.
I just keep running Ravenloft every week. No, it takes a lot of time, but it's worth it for partially because these guys here and the fun we have playing it. So
Now, talk to us about. We were just talking about Titan, and we were talking about roles that we've done. And so one role that I want to ask you about, because you've done a ton of anime roles, you've done a ton of video games, all that kind of stuff, is Lord Masamune.
I'm sorry.
I know his fault.
Tell us about this a little bit.
We found
saw
a picture.
Awesome. Dude, it's
so
awesome.
cool.
You look so good in that cosplay.
So Lord Masamune was like all cool people on the internet back in the old AOL days.
When the picture would load like 1, 2.
Yeah.
For one picture.
Like 2004.
Yeah. This is
a long time ago to land far away.
Yeah.
Okay?
And with the Yoda shirt, you were right.
when taking to the internet, it came with like. So, I got involved in the cosplay community. My first convention was Anime Expo '97 as a fan, and I've been a big fan of anime since before then, especially. But that's when I first discovered conventions, and so I'd go there and begin to see people dressed up in costumes. I was like, wait, I can do this outside of Halloween? Mm-hmm. This is awesome! So I began to just spend time making costumes and meeting.
You made that?
Yeah, I made all my costumes back then.
That's amazing. It really looks amazing.
Thank you.
It's really.
And it was a character that you created, that you originated?
Oh, no, these are characters that I was a big fanboy for.
Oh, okay,
Like Cloud Strife and
Did you
Sephiroth.
create your own characters? Or were they just shows that you watched?
I chose shows and games that I liked, partially because I was really passionate about them. I wanted to kind of do them justice.
Yeah.
And because if I did my own characters, especially back then when the community was a lot smaller, people would be like, that's cool, whatever that is. And I'd be like, okay.
So just to be clear, I know about the Lord Masamune thing because we were live journal friends.
Yeah.
Back when live journal was a thing.
What?
And when I saw he became a big voice acting star and he's on Critical Role, and I was like, I just call you Lord Masamune when I see your face, right? Like you're just Lord Masamune to me, and you always will be.
And that's fine. Like honestly, I learned so many great skills working in the cosplay scene that have made their way into all sorts of film production I've done since then.
Yeah.
I've made some of my best, closest friends in a great community during those years that still to this day are very prevalent in my life.
Yeah.
And I had an amazing time through those years, and I don't regret it at all. The only reason I don't do it anymore was because it can be a very expensive and time-intensive hobby. And when you decide you want to pursue being an actor for a living, which is not the most stable career to go into in LA.
Actually, on that note, you before I forget, in the industry or outside of it, what was like the weirdest or worst job you've had? Speaking of stability and stuff, because like for me, it was like when I was 16. I was like a grocery store, because a girl that I liked worked at the supermarket,
So
and
obviously you should too.
I wanted to because you want to get closer and like we reached for the same granola at the same time and our hands touched. And
Beautiful.
Maybe we're.
Yeah.
I don't know, but it didn't work out. She did not like me at all.
Oh well.
But
I got to enjoy doing a lot of temp work for a temp agency, so I could be available for auditions, which meant a lot of data entry and paperwork filing for ecological companies that would be doing swamp construction and stuff. I got to work as a barista at a Barnes & Noble cafe for 6 months, and that was...
You could have been served by the man right here.
That's so sad.
It would have been fun if it wasn't in Westlake, which is kind of like the soccer mom entitlement capital of Southern California.
Levi made me coffee.
I might have.
Someone linked you the picture.
Oh, there it is. There's a picture. Look at that picture, guys. He looks awesome.
It's so cool.
It's like a beautiful long-haired
You could have been a
pigeon.
correctional officer.
You could have been a correctional officer.
That's true.
That's
Right
awesome.
So what about you guys? Was there a job that you had that you were like, wow, that was a really wild job?
Oh my God, I've done so many weird things.
Yeah.
I don't know if we can talk about half of them.
Like what's one where you're like, wow, no one would believe that I...
One time I used to work in a legal office as an assistant, and it wasn't like a crazy job, but like for me, what I'm doing now, it's so dumb that I was working in a legal law firm that the legal cases they took were against people who went to companies for asbestosis cases. Mm-hmm. So we were trying to like settle with these people so they wouldn't bring it to court, and I did that for like a year.
Okay.
And I was like, I need to move. I really hate Pittsburgh. Sorry,
very specific.
Here's you going with presents, asbestos.
We were just pure evil. It was evil.
What about you?
Thanks for all your hard work.
Did you have a job where you're like, wow, I can't, that was wild?
Well, I started acting when I was 6,
Yeah.
so I started working when I was 6, and then the only job that I had that was like a normal grown-up person job, I guess. Well, I had 2. I taught dance and I taught gymnastics.
At 6?
Well, no, not at 6.
like-
Although I did teach dance like as an assistant at 10.
That's pretty good. Okay.
So, but yeah, I had a bunch of crazy like on-set experiences that were crazy jobs, but I think my crazy adult jobs were working like birthday parties and working, teaching gymnastics and teaching dance, and I worked at a clothing store. Also
Right
in an entitled, capital of the
Yeah,
world, which was
absolutely.
fun. I had people grab my ponytail to ask for a fork, and the fork would be right there, and like
goodness
grabbing my
gracious.
shirt.
Really?
Yeah, it was really fun. It was really exciting.
Did you give them the fork forcefully in the
No,
eye?
I didn't.
Yeah.
I was like, I go, oh, that fork? Okay. Like ripping his fingers out of my ponytail. I'm like, oh, here it is.
Yeah, for anybody who's not
at that.
worked in the food service industry, really have some patience for your waiters or hosts or servers, because it is a very soul-crushing experience a lot of days, and they maybe just be a little patient with them. They're hardworking people.
I did get to work with the team, and the group of people that I got to work with were awesome, and we always had each other's backs.
That's
so that was the best part of that job.
Was
That's
there a project nowadays, and now it's big time. Are there projects that you would like to have worked more on? Can you go into a project and say like, listen, I know you wanted Harrison Ford for that, but come on. Are you able to do that at this point, or do you feel
I
like
don't know. I don't think so.
like
He's like, so Vin Diesel, what are you up for? And then he calls, he's like,
Yeah.
so
You don't want
he's
this
not
big
available.
guy. Trust me. You want the sequel to Triple X, right? No, that's not. Yeah, I know cars. I know D&D. No,
because you're such a nice guy and you're very talented and you rock it, man. So
Yeah.
Well, thank
you know what I mean?
Well, for me too. Like, there's a lot of egos in this industry. Not so much in voiceover, I find, which is why I like it here. But like, still, you got to keep a level of humility. You have to hope that you earn your place in this industry through hard work and through proving your talent, as opposed to just forcing your way into a situation. And yeah, I may miss some opportunities because of it, but I'd rather feel like I earned it on the merit of the job than climbing over others or forcing my way in the door.
Yeah.
Totally.
Yeah, and I mean that works better in other forms, like on camera and production stuff. Like sometimes that kind of go-getter attitude is a good thing, but for me, I don't know, it doesn't quite fit my my personality. So.
Well, we do a lot of voices, as you can tell. We've worked a lot of strange jobs, but there are other aspects in the world of anime, from designs like the soundtrack or even just the cover art. And I think that I can speak for all of us when I say that we can identify just about any anime or manga and tell what the show's about based on the cover, right?
Okay. Maybe. Well.
Sometimes.
Okay, good. Perfect. Okay, so we're going to play a game.
Oh God.
I'm going to show you guys some untranslated anime and manga covers.
But she can read them.
But that's not going to help you.
Okay.
That's not going to help you. And so what I want you to do is I want you to tell me what you think this show's about based on the covers.
Okay.
Okay? Now I'm going to be right here with you guys.
You're going to walk us through this?
I'm going to walk you through it.
All
Okay?
right. Okay.
Okay. So we've got, I'll show you this first in here. So we've got this guy right here. We've got this. Do you guys see that?
Oh, it's
Okay.
Aw.
You guys see that?
Those look very familiar.
Yeah.
It does
they
look very familiar.
Do you guys know, you guys at home watching, checking that out?
And I already know that I would be a big fan of that little guy right there.
The little guy that's just swaying.
Primarily because I identify with the fact that he's short. I feel like we would be on the same team.
I'm pretty sure the guy on the far right I've seen in a really creepy YouTube video just in his backyard.
Yeah, that's...
Kind of prancing about.
You know what? It puts the anime lotion in the basket. So, what do you go first, Matt. What do you think this show is about, just based on the cover? What do you
Based
think?
on the cover, it reminds me of these little like wrestler like rubber dudes that you'd get in like the
Okay.
Japanese
Oh,
corn
yeah,
machine.
yeah.
It is right
So
there.
I want to
Okay.
think it's like a wrestling type show.
A wrestling type. What about you?
It looks exactly like little toys I had when I was a kid. It's a space wrestling show where the little dude has to fight Mr. Hamster with the thing around his head and for his honor of his family.
Okay, I like that. What about you? It looks like the guy on the far left looks like Winter Soldier got zapped while holding a hamster. He got zapped and thrown into some chemicals.
Oh my God.
Pretty
That's
much, yeah.
so true.
Right there.
But
What do you
okay.
think? I like his hair.
The
I like the
only
mullet.
thing that I can think of, because as soon as I identified with this creature, it reminded me of my childhood, and my brother read this book called Captain Underpants. That was the only book my brother could read,
Yes.
and he did book reports on it. And I feel like this is the anime embodiment of Captain Underpants.
So this
I can dig
show,
that.
this show's called Ultimate Muscle.
Okay.
Ultimate Muscle.
Okay,
Sounds
that
like
gives
a
you a little bit.
wrestling
Okay, so what do you
situation.
think? Okay, it is about wrestling. So what would
Well
you say based
done.
on this? What is like if you had to give one tagline, a one sentence tagline about what this is about? What would you say? I'll give you like a minute. And I'll let you guys too.
Okay.
Don't cheat. Don't go look
Don't go to
online.
the chat room.
Don't cheat, chat roomers.
They're giving me hints.
Don't. No.
So they're talking about Captain Underpants
Oh.
and
okay.
Butt Busters apparently.
Buttbusters.
Yeah,
We should-
Salt
we should
Miner
think of a-
Z's.
We have to
Someone say
think of a
butts?
one-line synopsis.
One
of
line
this.
stop. What you think that show's about? One sentence.
Oh, not like the title, because I was thinking of
Not to
titles.
tell. Yeah.
Really good titles.
There were 137 episodes.
Wow.
Too many.
Yep. Keep thinking about
Too
yeah.
many for that looks like.
By 2015, the manga has sold 70 million copies.
Wow.
There's so many.
And originally, the manga creators wanted this to be a parody of Ultraman.
Oh yeah.
So what do you think? Based on that, what do you
Ultraman.
think? What do you think this show's about? What's your tagline?
We must fight to see who has the most muscle in the universe.
I like that. In Z universe, the
In
Dragon
Z
Ball Z
universe.
universe. Trying to catch it. I got it. What about you?
Too strong for shirts.
Oh, I like that. Too
that's
strong for
good.
shirts. Like
I like
he's holding
He
it together.
can't.
Winter
he
Soldier,
can't.
Hamster Winter Soldier.
They couldn't
can't.
even get sleeves for this guy. He just had to put the metal on.
Cold in space, girl.
What about you?
3 men, a baby, and a hamster must show order in the universe from the top rope of existence.
That's that DM knowledge right there. That is nice.
Sentence synopsis
It's a
ever. That
single
was so
sentence.
good.
Right there.
That's what I said, but it's a sentence.
It is.
Okay.
Well done.
All right, good job, guys. Good job. Ultimate Muscle. Now
So
this
what's it
one.
about?
This is about.
You're hanging.
You're not gonna watch it. No, it's
gonna watch it.
because
I might.
Because the thing about it is, these shows were voted some of the worst anime shows ever.
I'm on board. Let's do
That's
it.
okay. So this show is about it's the fate.
Please, that'd be amazing.
Let's do a fan dub of it.
All right, you heard it here first. Fan dub. Okay. The fate of the universe at stake. Kid Muscle takes on a throng of intergalactic wrestlers.
It is about the little kid. He's the main
Yeah.
character.
He wants to take it. That's
I
it.
knew I would love
That's
him.
I like your
Awesome.
sentence. That's good. You get to
do.
hold on to
That
that.
was
That's
more
great.
fun.
Okay. All right, here's the second one. This is the second one. Right here. Check that out.
Oh, hell.
Oh.
Ooh.
Whoa.
Absolutely not for children.
It's a wild one.
Book one, user friendly.
Yes, absolutely not for children. So what do we think this show is about? What do we think it's about? What do we think it's
Why
even
is it
called? What do we-
absolutely not for children?
Well, we'll get into that. I think it's
This is
because of the
terrifying.
Bernie Sanders
think-
zombie head on the back.
I think the title is Old Man Internet.
Old man internet. Old man internet coming today. We've got some adventures. Ready? Okay.
Internet.
Okay, so we've got this. I'll give you. You want the title?
Yeah.
Stop.
Yeah,
You got
okay.
it. You want to think?
All right.
What do you think this is title?
This reminds me of a Tesla book.
Okay.
Transgender Jubilee cosplayers in danger.
Oh, right. In danger.
It's like 6 font to fit that on.
Yeah, it's like really, really small
Okay.
font.
Want to give it a shot?
like double
The
stack.
title?
The title?
Well, Old Man Internet was my first idea, but I think another idea would be a lower budget Tron.
Lower budget Tron.
Right?
Budge Tron.
Thing. Tron, Nazi dildo magic machines.
Ooh.
That's a good one.
That's a good one.
I'd watch that.
All right.
Mushrooms. It was an accident. I like that.
Adventures in Triangles.
Adventures in. Oh, I like that.
I like that. It's
It's
good.
actually called Adventure Kid.
Oh, God, so close.
It is called Adventure Kid. Dial Up Danger. Ooh, I like that one. I like Dial
I
Up
like
Danger.
Dial Up Danger.
Like,
Deep
Yeah.
diver stories of cybersex. Whoa,
Terrifying,
hey
but
now.
yes.
They've had more time to think.
Ectoplasmagasma.
I like ectoplasmagasma. If that could
The
fit
little
on a
kid
license plate,
is a little-
that would be really cool. I
little
like
Bumper
that.
sticker at the very bottom.
Little person wrestling coach.
So it's an erotic manga series.
Oh, perfect.
That's the part
Okay,
that
but
was
what do
not
you
for
think it's
children.
about? What do you think? Hashtag tentacles. What do you think?
Always tentacles.
Yeah.
What?
This show's about.
guy here, I just noticed him and he makes me very uncomfortable.
Yeah, that dude right there.
And that's why it's absolutely not for children.
That
Look
is
at
a banana
That
hammer.
is some
That- yeah, that-
predatoring.
That's very impressive. What do we think this show's about? What do we think it's about? Adventure Kid.
Two kids find their old
I do think
grandpa's
that this
internet.
guy's in charge. That
This dude's in
the old
charge?
man internet is in charge.
Old
and
man
maybe
internet's in
he's
charge.
like,
They have to go into the internet to their grandpa's internet to find the missing book.
I like it.
I don't know, to find the missing.
And they don't know how to use it because they're like, how do we bust it? What is that sound it's making as it's doing
Yeah.
the dial-up?
Yeah. There's a rotary phone attached to it. They're like,
Because they put the phone onto it. Yeah,
They're trying to touch screen on the
War game style.
Well, this is an erotic manga that follows a couple of characters that find a demonic computer.
Perfect.
Okay.
Yeah.
It sends them to hell.
Oh my gosh.
They just went the wrong way and they went to hell. And it destroys their world.
Netscape. It sent them to Netscape.
That's or Geocities. And so
Angel
they're
fire.
transported to World War II, and they have to prevent their future from being ruined.
what?
You know what?
Specific.
You were pretty close. That was a little bit
Why
close.
World War II internet?
You know what?
Yeah, what? But,
I'm kind of tired of hell. Let's go to World War II.
yeah.
That's kind of how that
Grandpa
works.
internet
You know,
back
is
then.
that a tentacle? I'll take that. That's
I feel
kinda
like
what it's-
there have been shows that we have worked on that have taken like, you know what, that was a good, they had a good concept. Let's take a piece of that. But all together, this became.
I like the Netscape. So it's like, let's take the Netscape,
Yeah.
let's take the tentacle and old man internet, and
let's
bring
put
them
it in
together.
World War II.
And
then add
sprinkle in World War II.
Add
Okay.
boobs equal money.
That's right.
Somebody did say Nazi. That was
That is a World War II.
good
There we go.
job, guys.
Where the internet, where's the
How did
This
you
is pretty
know?
good.
How did you
Who wins this
know?
one? I didn't win that one.
I didn't
And you said old man internet.
You did.
Yeah.
No, I didn't. That
Oh,
was
that
you.
was me.
You
Yeah.
said old man internet?
You
Okay,
win.
there we go. You
You
win
win.
that one.
I was like,
Okay.
I don't know how, but okay.
Oh, my dreams.
Okay, so here's the last one right here. This right here.
Ooh.
Okay.
All right.
Oh, what go?
This
I know
is like-
something
Are you
like
sure
that.
this is the one that's not for children?
This is like straight up Blockbuster's
Yeah.
anime section in the late 90s.
that's
Is
It
what
looks
this
like
is.
it looks like a shitty Ninja
Eye of the
Scroll.
Tiger. Look at that.
Yeah.
A lot of you kids watching Blockbuster Video is a place where you used to be able to rent videos in
Be
person.
kind
You
and
used to have to rewind them. You would get charged if you didn't
would.
rewind.
We
You
don't
would.
charge for that
Yep.
stuff.
Yes, it absolutely was. When I rented a movie from there and it was not a good movie, I would show my disdain by not rewinding it.
But then really, the
So
joke was
spite.
on
Yeah.
you because they would
They
charge
would charge
you.
me, but it's worth it. It's like
worth the charge.
kamikaze.
All right.
Kamikaze.
Stand up for what
Yeah.
you believe in, Jeremy.
Yep, that's right.
That'll teach
I
you.
like to follow the rules and
Maybe
not
if
go
you-
to jail.
That's
If you would have
true.
rewound a little less.
I might be in jail.
So what do we think the title of this one is? Steven Seagal,
I know.
the animated series.
Steven Seagal finally has a chance to be Asian for real.
Pull up.
Hey,
4 samurai poses. The manga.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
I still like Eye of the Tiger.
Yeah, it's a really low budget Ninja Scroll for faux show.
I know.
Okay. What do you guys?
It's hard
What
to
do you
beat
guys
Ninja
think it's
Scroll
called?
anyway.
Internet.
Tales of Silk and Samurai. Oh, I like that.
This is not Ninja
nice.
Scroll. How dare you get out of here, person
you go.
internet.
Actually, you know what? When they brought this to the U.S.
So this was youth restricted viewing?
Yes.
This was grown-ups.
Yes, this is grown. So when
I
they brought
knew
this
it.
to the U.S., they actually called it Ninja Scrolls 2, but it has no scrolls, nothing to do
Wait,
with the
so this is Ninja Scroll 2?
No, yeah, but it has nothing to do with it.
Right, 'cause I saw the sequel to it thinking it was, and it
And
wasn't
it's
at all.
not. They market
That's
it as
this. So
such.
you've seen
yeah.
this.
Yeah, with the rocket
Yes, you've
ninja
seen
guy.
this.
And
You've seen this.
She
yes.
tells you that it's not for children.
There you go.
Yes.
But
That's
she
what
can only
said.
say.
Oh my God.
She has to take off an article of clothing every time she talks. So she only gets to say one sentence.
Gotcha.
So that's.
Logical.
Dead something otoko? What the?
I get
I
that.
haven't actually. I can't believe I actually
Some
saw
guys
that.
No
definitely
ninjas,
dead,
no
is what the title
scrolls.
says.
Lots of babies.
And so
Yes,
with this
that's good.
show,
No
it
Jubei,
was
nothing.
It was voted as again one of the worst
Yeah.
shows of all time.
Was it?
Yeah, it was pretty bad.
Okay.
Especially taking the Ninja Scroll name, which was such a great
Yes, that's why
anime
they
of
did
the
it.
late 90s
That's why they
period.
did it.
Oh.
So if you guys,
That's not
if you guys
cool.
out there have an obscure cover that you want us to see, send us a link. Okay, we got to check it out. If you have some, or if you just have like, those aren't the
Got
worst
Captain
shows. We know the
Underpants.
worst shows. And if it's got Captain Underpants in it, send it to Cherami on
Do it.
Twitter. You know
Please
what I'm
do.
talking about. Alrighty, so. Man, that was really. Which
was
one?
really
I kind of want to
fun.
see. I kind of want to see.
This
that
one is the one I'm excited about.
This
Yeah,
one.
I think the
Although I
wrestling
do
one.
I wanna
like
see that one.
It reminds me of Tesla, and so I'm excited.
This one seems like a fun watch.
Yeah.
That one seems like a fun because it's awful Troll 2 style watch.
True
Yes.
This one nobody should ever watch.
No.
Just ever.
Yeah.
Well, then now I feel like that's a challenge.
It's
Like
not
no one
though.
should ever watch it, and I'm like, okay, that's okay.
no, you don't have
I'll
to
hang out
decide
with
that
you.
where it's so
Nobody
bad, it's
wants to
good.
be
Yeah,
your
yeah.
friend.
Yeah,
It's okay.
it's not Tommy Wiseau's Ninja Scroll. It's just legitimately bad.
It's a trip to Garbage Town, okay? It'll take 2 hours. Okay? No.
Don't do it.
No.
Don't do it. It's not worth it. Butt Attack, Punisher Girl, Guatemon was good. Oh, that was an actual title of something.
That's exciting.
Okay.
Oh, Muscle was aired on Toonami.
Oh, Toonami bless.
Oh, snap.
Challenge.
All right.
No. Kinuku Buster?
I
Kinuku
know.
Buster? Okay. All right, I did
Some
good.
fun ones there.
All right, guys, so we're going to take some questions from the chat.
It's like they knew that was coming. Look at these
Here, let's see.
questions.
All right,
what is
what
the
we
first
got?
anime you ever saw, and what did you enjoy most about it?
Oh God, the first one for real was Speed Racer. Because remember that was on MTV
okay.
really late at night?
Yeah.
And I was all, why are their voices so crazy and sped up? But I liked that it was so weird. Like I was like, why is the English all bizarre in this? And then like I noticed like some weird stuff like they were flipped, like where they were driving was flipped, and like just there was like some like very small Japanese things about it. And then I just liked that it was on at 12 and I would just stay up late and turn off all the lights in my room so my parents didn't know I was up and like watch my Speed Racer. And then of course Sailor Moon, which actually changed the trajectory of my entire life, like for real.
Can't imagine.
Cool.
Yeah,
did, yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah.
What about you? What was your first show that you saw?
I don't know if I saw Sailor Moon first or Pokemon first, but it was one of those two because obviously that was like what was, I guess, the most readily available anime.
Yeah.
And I liked Sailor Moon because it was like the only thing I could remember as a child or I could relate it to is I was like, oh, this is Power Rangers, but they're all girls. Yeah. They all have their own color, and there's things coming from space, and they're super powerful. And I remember thinking like, this is an all-girl superhero squad, and I really like that. And Pokemon I loved because it was just fun. I loved all the cute, adorable Pokemon, and it was the only thing that my brother and I did not argue about. We would go to the comic shops and play card games together. And I realized, looking back on it, I did want to bond with my brother. So I was all about Pokemon because that was like my sibling bonding time.
That's awesome.
So, yeah.
All right, I dig it. What about you, sir?
Oh man, back in the old days. I think it was called like
Moving pictures.
Yeah, yeah. I just started this whole cell-framed animation. It was called Unico and the Island of Magic, I think it was.
Unico!
Yeah, I remember watching this as a very little kid. It was an adorable little like unicorn with pink hair and a little horn, and he had a like cat friend who was kind of spicy.
Sounds joyous.
It's great, and it's like surprisingly dark and mature at times. I remember the villain in this particular film was like this creepy witch thing that would like turn people into wooden puppets. But like the animation was really unique and scary at times. And I love the fact, looking back on it, especially that it, unlike a lot of animation today for kids, it's a little more, it holds back about the dark subject matter and themes. This one really pushed it, and as such, I was legitimately scared as a child. But because of that, I was also more invested in the story and the victory at the end. And it was a really, really cool project. And since that film, that was the first time I actually began to recognize an art style, and that was like my introduction to anime as an actual form of animation.
Unico was made by Osamu Tezuka, and he also did Astro Boy and all of that. So he's like of an era of animation. Like he created that. So
I didn't know he did
That's
that.
really
that's a good first
That's
taste.
awesome.
Yeah, Unico.
See, for me, it was Vampire Hunter D.
Oh, really?
He loved the D.
was my
He loved
best.
it. You always make that joke anytime anyone says vampire.
Little vampire D there for everybody.
Just love that. The one thing I did, because I didn't know what anime was, and so when I was watching, I was like, why are all the girls always doing a lot of thinking in the shower? I didn't know what was going on. Always thinking in there. So shiny. But yeah, it was very cool. Well, guys, I tell you what. We need another question. What's going on, guys? Stapler's not a question, but this. How is Tarzan doing?
I haven't seen it.
Question: have you guys worked? Oh, it went by too fast. What's the most? Oh, it went by too fast.
Interesting direction that you've ever gotten from a director? Was that?
Oh, most interesting direction you've ever gotten from a director.
Was it Good Nature? It wasn't from the director, it was from the script. It had the actual like script notes next to it. And it said, good-natured cat punch with a light tone of voice.
Yeah, you don't know what a good-natured cat punch is?
Good-natured cat punch.
Cat punch.
I don't know. That's what I did.
You know what it sounds like to me? It sounds like a light punch to the nooner.
Oh, see? That you should have directed me on that. Because both me and the director went, we'll just try something and go.
Imagine.
Yeah,
That was interesting.
What about you?
I had a director who would direct me in commercials, and I worked with him a couple of times, and he directed in visuals, such as, I want this to seem like a cloudy day, but I don't want just any clouds. I want pink clouds.
Yeah, that
So I
makes
was like, oh, it's a feminine kind of whatever. So I would do the read. He was like, all right, I think we need a little bit more of a chance of rain in this read, like a 64% chance of rain. So then I would do the read again. He was like, that was so close, Cherami. That was a 67% chance. If we can scale it back just a tiny bit for a 64% chance, that's how he directed.
Okay.
So, and those were for commercials. So you're like doing like, oh, go to Blockbuster. Be sure to rewind. And you're like, thinking about clouds, rain, not a 67% chance, 64. And I worked with him a couple times, but he would always direct in like candy references or weather or flowers.
Yeah.
But it was always abstract.
I have to wonder if he got home at the end of the day and was like, "Oh, honey, I messed with the actors so bad
No,
today. They didn't know what they were doing."
That
He
gives me
told me-
100% chance of smiling.
Oh, it was beautiful. The look of
He
confusion
would
on her
tell
face.
me, he goes, there's a lot of actors that just say they don't like working with me. I was like, I don't understand why that might be.
Yeah.
Confusion.
It's the analogies.
For me, it was one time I was hosting something, and the director goes, "Okay, Todd, that's great. Let's do it one more time, like you give a shit. Let's do it." That's all I was like. He was kidding, but he was telling me it was fun.
That's a good
You
direction.
need some aloe vera for your burn.
I know. Some Allegria. Some
Allegria.
Okay, so we got time for one more question on here. Let's take one more question. What is a role you guys were surprised you got? I like that one. Haley Sand.
Ooh.
A role that you were surprised you
Is it
got.
wrong that I say I'm surprised that I get cast in usually any role? I'm like, oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Like, I'm just very excited to get to
You're
work
talented,
again.
Cherami.
No, I'm honestly like, oh, that's okay, cool. I mean, obviously, I did not think that I should even audition for
Yeah.
Lucy, so I was very
Lucy.
surprised.
So
yeah,
Lucy,
I really.
yeah.
But genuinely, I'm like, man, I would love to be in the show. I would love to work on this. I'm like, please, anime gods, please let me work on the show.
Okay,
Cherami. Yeah, I know exactly. You reminded me, for some reason when you did that, I was like, oh, the anime god looks like Santa Claus with Todd's voice. Like,
With tentacles.
At a mall. At Evans Mall.
but yeah, so I don't know. I was very, very excited. I mean, like, Sailor Venus was
Sailor Venus?
shocking.
Yeah.
I'm always shocked.
What about you? Like for a role that you were so surprised.
Oh man, in the anime world, I was kind of surprised for Levi because it was the first real Funimation project I've ever been a part of, and like we worked a little bit with Mike on something, but it was such a big property. I didn't expect him to want to go out of town for a character that had such a following. And I didn't know too much about it until I'd already auditioned, but didn't actually know I booked the role yet. And so I watched the show after auditioning, and was like, oh man,
That's the worst.
Oh, if I'd only known. Oh, I was like invested in it and everything.
That's how I felt with Sword Art.
Yeah.
I was like, I watched one episode, and I was like, oh man. Oh, it's done. I have to hope for the best.
Well, you sound really great in it.
Yeah,
I mean, everyone
really.
loves
So good.
having you in that show. For me, it was Natsu from Fairy Tale because Tyler doesn't know this. This will be our secret. Tyler doesn't know I was
Keep
in
it
the
on the
hallway
DL.
and I heard him say to someone else, someone's like, how's casting going? He goes, I just haven't found my Natsu yet. And I had just left auditioning for it. I was like, mother.
You know what's funny about this is I had asked him, we were recording, because we recorded a little bit in Fairy Tale before you had been cast and brought in, and I remember him saying, I said, so who's going to play Natsu? He goes, it's Todd. Don't tell him. I want to let him sweat a little bit.
Oh, okay.
And he was like, so he probably knew you were in the hallway and said that just to mess with you, because he goes, I mean, obviously it's Todd. And I was like,
Tyler.
oh, okay.
Well
For me, because then I was like, well, I guess I'm gonna go to, because I had another gig out of town, and so I was like, let's go to Austin. So we're driving to Austin, and I'm
Like his angry driving.
and so I'm in a pizzeria, and I'm eating
I'm in a pizza. Tell me more.
Tell me more.
How'd you get in there?
And so it was very hot and cheesy. But I was there, and then I got the phone call. Every time I've gotten a lead role from Tyler, I'm always in some place. So it's like I was in a Best Buy when I got Ghost Hunt. I was in a Benihana when I got
Do you just
Blast
like
Rider.
hang out when you're like, oh,
Wait,
they should be
it's the
calling.
moment. It's like, okay, there should be a role. Sir, why are you standing in the middle of Ralph's? I'm waiting for a role.
Sir, we're closing. No, not yet.
I'm not feeling cereals. Let me move over to the cleanables.
Well, thank you guys so much for being here. Thank you. That is it for us this week. We hope you enjoyed the first episode of this show. And I want to thank the panel. And where can we find you guys? Tell us your social media goodness.
You can find me everywhere at the internet at I am Chubby Bunny, Twitch, Instagram, at the internet.
Everything.
Internet.
Absolutely. Matt, what about you, man?
You can find me on Twitter at Matthew Mercer, and you can find me here on Geek and Sundry's Twitch stream every Thursday night at 7 p.m. Pacific for Critical Role.
Check it out. What about you?
I am on Twitter at Cherami Leigh and on Instagram at CLKstar.
Love it. And I'm on Twitter at Todd Haberkorn and on Instagram at Haberographer. So check it out, guys.
Impossible to spell, you'll never find it.
And of course, follow at Geek and Sundry.
Yes,
because they make all this
please.
possible. And so this episode is part of Geek and Sundry's beta week. So please let us know if you liked it. We have a survey in the chat room, and we would love it if all of you would let us know what worked, what didn't, and if you want to see more from us. So come back tomorrow for Gastro Geek, where two players will go head-to-head in a culinary battle of wits, guided by you, the audience.
Ooh.
Until next time, I am Todd Haberkorn, and we are your Otak-ing Heads.
Bye.
Bye, guys.